All right, what's going on, y'all? It's day 3 of us doing GTA 4 What Ifs. I'm enjoying it a whole lot, and I hope y'all are too. My boy Maz is back with me for this.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm working on getting a better microphone for the future, so bear with me here.
Hell yeah. All right, well, today we're going to talk about what if Luis died in the Mission 3 Leave Clover. So, when the gun club member stands up and he tries to get Luis to help him out, in this situation, he would this time. And so this motherfucker stands up and yells motherfuckers and hits Michael in the chest. And I'm going to say Luis tries to hit Derek just so we can keep Nico and Packy alive. So Derek goes down too. But just kind of off subject, bro, this man's dumb as hell for standing up and yelling at these people before he even shot the gun.
Motherfucker! Like, he did it like so long, too.
Yeah, bro, and he's using a one-shot weapon against some military-grade weapons. I don't know what the hell he think he about to accomplish.
All he did was give away his position, man. Only got one shot in. We could have had the element of surprise.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If him and Luis stood up together and they didn't fucking yell motherfuckers, they both would have survived. Alright, bro, so I'm guessing what would happen with Tony. He wouldn't have nobody to protect him because we know Desi ain't gonna do nothing because of that one mission when the Russians came to the club. That man was hiding in the fucking office like a pussy. So he ain't gonna do nothing. So Rocco and Maury and all them other people that Tony owes money to, they're gonna get on his ass pretty quick. And then Armando and Enrique on the other end, I think they would get through that one mission with the police at first, but I think the second mission, when they're by the boats and stuff, Luis is like, yo, I feel like something's going wrong, or he feel like something about to go wrong, and them vans pull up, and if Luis wasn't there to call that out, they wouldn't have been prepared, and then Armando and Enrique would have got destroyed by like 8 SUVs full of people.
Yeah, Armando and Enrique are not the brightest bunch in the story. I felt like they kind of held Luis back a little bit.
Hell yeah. And then we got Mr. Santos bullying Luis's mom. He probably burned the house down. That's what he threatened Luis with. And then she'd be on the streets or dead. So she's fucking gone.
Yeah, and who's going to take the dive for Mr. Santos in the fight?
Yeah, exactly.
Money.
And then Tony, later on in Chinese Takeout, he would go to the deal for Rocco probably, which I think it would work out better because Luis is the one that initiated the violence in that situation.
Yeah, he did. That guy had a really short temper, and this man Luis was like, he was just picking at him.
Hell yeah, and I think at worst, like I said, Tony would have got beaten up, and Rocco would just mock him for it because Rocco's always being an ass when Tony's in pain.
Yeah.
And then he would have another chance to get taken out at the golf course if he would even still go to that. Because, I mean, this man ain't going to be over here shooting no fucking golf balls at people. He'd be there for hours. And then the fucking Celebinator, he'd probably ruin Tony's career, really, because no one's there to throw him out of the plane, and he'd lose the clubs a lot faster.
But wasn't the Celebinator, wasn't he making blogs about Luis and Tony being gay or something?
Oh, yeah, you're right. But, I mean, he'd probably just come after Tony. Huh?
Yeah, if Luis just barely died at the bank, I guess he could still make him anyway.
Yeah, and then he could just say, like, anything else to ruin his career. I think that was just what he wanted to do, like, either out of jealousy or whatever it was. Yeah. But on a good thing, Bahama Mamas, that situation would never happen because Luis wouldn't be there to shoot the club up, so that place would have been open. I fucking wish, bro, we could go into that place after that happened. I don't know why they only made it for that one mission.
Bro, for that club looks more lit than the Mason at night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They probably just don't want you to be unloyal to Tony's clubs and shit, but, bro, like you said, it looks like a Vice City club. It's nice as hell in there.
It's way bigger, too.
Hell yeah. So when they go to the diamond deal with the Lost MC, they ambush it. I think Tony and his boyfriend, they both would be taken out. So Tony's fucking gone there.
Yeah, for sure. Tony's gone. Johnny's got the ice. And you think they would go after that chef guy? Because they would have the time.
I don't think so, because all they're worried about is the diamond. So if Tony and his man, they got in the car or whatever, I think they would just trace the car down. I don't think they would be a whole lot worried about the chef.
Yeah.
And I think at that point we got two options. I think either Yusef would take over the clubs or maybe Rocco would. And I think Yusef would because, at the beginning he was trying to franchise them out and stuff.
Yeah, I could see that, but I could also see the Ancelotti's trying to get it because Rocco, he's kind of like a annoying cockroach. He won't like bug off. He's trying to operate the clubs. That's one of his main goals. But Yusuf is, a man's got money, so it could go one of two ways.
Yeah, and I think Rocco would do it too, because even if Tony's gone, he still wants to step on Tony. Like even though he's dead, he still wants to treat him like a piece of shit.
Yeah, just like in that cut scene where Luis shoots the old guy or Uncle Vince. He was like, "Well, come on." No, they were in the bathroom at the one before that. They're like, "Come on, we'll operate the clubs. You and me as partners."
Yeah. Uh, fuck, man. And then Nico and Johnny, they would sell the diamonds to Isaac, and Johnny and Ray wouldn't have a problem because Luis was never there to shoot up the museum during that deal, and Johnny saw that as his way to escape with the money. So then Nico and Johnny, they would have walked away clean, and then Jim and the other biker never would have died, and that kind of leads into what we were talking about yesterday. He never would have got hooked on drugs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It really it made no sense for Johnny to even steal Ray's money in the original game. I know I said this like 3 times, but that was like his biggest fuck up right there. That's why the Lost MC went down, is because they betrayed Ray.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. If you really put it into context, that's the reason Jim died, and that's the reason Johnny got hooked on drugs. So if he didn't get greedy for $10,000, then they would have been all good.
Yeah, right.
And I think Ray Bacino would have got rich off of that deal. He'd probably separate himself from Pecorino's fake ass and fucking make his own shit. And so then Nico's probably gonna go against the Pegorinos because Pegorino's gonna be pissed off. And Pegorino was working with Dimitri, so Nico and Ray they'd be more solid together because that's like their two main enemies.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And then Yusef, he probably would have died in that one mission where you go to the Empire State Building. I don't know what it's called in GTA 4, but that's what it's called in real life. Because
The Rotterdam Tower.
yeah, they were trying to set him up, so he would have died. And I guess that
I guess that answers our question earlier. The Ancelotti's would get it. The clubs.
hell yeah. And so Gracie would never be kidnapped because there's no reason because they don't have to get the diamonds back. The deal's already been done. And
Yeah,
and then with Bulgarin, I think eventually Nico and them would go for him because I think what would happen was when Luis killed him, Nico and then they would have just saw it on the news, so Nico just kind of gave up on it. But I don't think he would just let that loose end go. So he'd probably get Lil Jacob and Dwayne all together and try to get that shit taken care of.
you think Nico's sitting there in the apartment watching the news, sees Ray Bulgarin's playing, he's like, I didn't even have to do anything.
Probably, bro. Hell yeah. And then he realizes it's that Dominican guy.
The Dominican looking guy.
Bro, how you know that he's specifically Dominican?
That's what I was about to tell you like a couple of days ago. I just forgot.
Yeah.
And the Dominican looking guy.
And then fucking like, bro, they probably would have put that in the script too for Luis to be like, oh, that's Serbian looking guy. Like, how the hell y'all know? It's a white guy, bro. Like, how you know?
Everyone calls Nico that Eastern European guy.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I know that was kind of short for today. It wasn't as in depth as we usually go, but we wanted to hook y'all up with something. So, we'll think of something else for next time. I'm probably gonna try to do like San Andreas or Vice City for the next one, but for today, this is all we have. I hope y'all enjoy. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day.
All right.